This is Jade Nunez for New Day Review, reporting from the CFE Arena, where both UCF women's and men's basketball teams hosted the Mercer Bears for their home and season openers. The women, who took the court at 5:30 p.m., suffered a 73-64 loss to the visitors. After the first quarter, Mercer led UCF 20-8. A 4-minute scoreless drought didn't help the Knights' effort, allowing the Bears to close out their first half with a 36-23 lead. Late in the second half, the Knights shortened the lead to as close as a 6-point deficit. But with 14 seconds left on the clock, they ran out of time to capitalize off of that momentum. Mercer also forced 27 UCF turnovers, but guard Zakiya Saunders, who had a game-high 7 turnovers, said that was due to a lack of communication.
That was, pretty much us. We were reading each other, not really running our offense properly. So, they played great defense, but, we'll take that blame because we were just throwing the ball around, just throwing it anywhere.
Coach Abe acknowledged that by the end of the game, her team was playing the way they're supposed to, and said she expects to see the same quality of play starting in the first quarter in the next games.
When we started penetrating gaps and being more aggressive and not just standing and passing around, that's what we did in the first quarter. When we got way more aggressive in the second quarter, way more aggressive in the fourth quarter, you saw things broke down. We got easier looks and Fifi got easier shots, and I thought the first quarter really, they just came out punching at us, and we took the punch, right, instead of fighting back a little bit in the first quarter. And then we kind of fought back in the second quarter, and then halftime, and then they came out really ready to go third quarter. But the fourth quarter, that's how we should play all the time, and we were super aggressive offensively and super aggressive defensively.
The men, who took the court at 8 p.m., defeated the Bears 88-79. Throughout the first half, both teams battled for the lead, as Mercer led 47-46 at halftime. However, 3 minutes into the second half, UCF took control. As both teams were tied at 50-50, the Knights went on a 12-0 run in which 6 different players scored. Cesar De Jesus and Dayon Griffin both led the team with 16 points each. Apart from the positive result, head coach Johnny Dawkins shared he wants to see defensive and shot selection improvements before their next game.
We have to get better defensively from the standpoint. Our first side defense, it wasn't strong enough. We weren't where we needed to be to start defensive possessions. I thought some guys kind of wandered out of their spots. We have to be more disciplined. And then offensively, I thought our shot selection really wasn't what I wanted it to be. But again, I'm coaching guys that I hadn't had a chance to coach on the floor. I've only had them in practice, and so I have to go over that, just making sure that we understand what a great shot is. And I think if we can clean up our shot selection and clean up our defense, especially on the first side, when we come down the court, we should be locked in. That will help us a lot.
The women's team now travels to Tennessee to face Chattanooga on Monday at 6:30 p.m., while the men's team stay home and prepare to host Gardner-Webb on Wednesday at 7 p.m. For New Day Review, this is Jade Nunez.